Hi, I'm Mark Burkstaller with Line 6, and I'm here at Bananas at Large in San Rafael today talking about the new James Tyler Variax guitar. So I wanted to kind of go through some of the features of it and show you what it sounds like. This is a great guitar. I'm gigging with it. It's could very well be your main guitar. We partnered with a guy named James Tyler on the design and creation of this instrument. James Tyler is a really well-known luthier out of Los Angeles. Builds a lot of custom guitars for the big studio rats down there, Steve Lukather and Dean Parks and those guys. So we worked with James to make sure that this instrument was a great guitar out of the gate. So technology notwithstanding, if it's not a great instrument and you can't use it on a gig, I mean, you're lost. So first and foremost, it had to be a great guitar, and this is a great guitar. James is a very picky SOB, so it had to meet his standards before he'd allow it to be released with his name on it. There's three different body styles. The one I'm holding right now is called a JTV 59 in the Tobacco Sunburst. There's some differences between this and the first generation Variax. We'll talk about some of these features. You'll notice right out of the gate it has real pickups. So these are actual real magnetic pickups. In addition to that, we have a set of Piezo electric pickups here in the bridge that are used for the modeling. These are co-designed by LR Baggs. And this guitar probably has 4 times the DSP of the original instrument. So this allows us to do a lot of things that we couldn't do with the old DSP because it's just more powerful. In addition to that, on the back here is all the electronics. And in addition to that also, we've gone to a rechargeable lithium ion battery. So this battery will give you 12 hours of playing time. And if for some reason you just throw this on your charger at night with your cell phone, and then it's ready to go the next morning. And if you forget to charge the battery and it dies at a gig or something like that, it switches to the magnetic pickups automatically, so you never at least make it through a song. And this particular guitar has a pickup switch here and your master volume, master tone. And it's got a knob here that changes my guitar models and another knob that changes the tunings. So we'll go through some of the different sounds. Right now we're just on the regular magnetic pickups, no modeling going on at all. And we are using the Line 6 digital wireless. So now if I engage the modeling just by pressing this down, I can go from things like, well, you'll recognize the sound of this guitar. I think it was a model of a 1960 Telecaster bridge pickup. And as I switch the pickup selector here, I'm going to call up different digital models of the guitar. So this is the same thing, but in neck position. Then I have my sort of my Dire Straits kind of Stratty kind of thing. This is after a 1959 Strat, I believe. In addition to that, I have models of Gibson Les Pauls, Gibson Firebirds, Les Paul Juniors, all sorts of different guitars, including rockabilly guitars. So this is kind of nice because you can get that hollow kind of howl that you get from a Gretsch 6120, you just can't get from a... In addition to that, you'll recognize this sound. Rickenbacker 12-string electric. Then I can get into my big jazz box guitars. Then I can get into some real nice acoustic guitars. Or 12 strings. This is modeled after a Martin D2812. In addition to that, pull out my trusty slide here. I've got some great Resonator guitars and banjos and things like that. So you'll recognize this. Gibson Master Tone banjo we modeled. We actually took these instruments, brought them into the studio and modeled them as closely as we possibly could. I mean, the amount of effort that went into it is amazing. And then I also have 1928 Tricone Resonator. Now, if I was playing a Resonator guitar, I'd probably want to use an open tuning. So let's switch to an open tuning. That's where the tuning knob comes in. I'll go down to open G. So, all the open tunings, this has a total of 25 different guitar models and 11 different tunings. In addition to that, I can customize the tunings. So I can write my own tuning, and it's really easy to do. I'll give you a quick example. We call it the virtual capo. So for instance, I just press and hold this button. Starts to flash. I decide where am I going to save my custom tuning. And then my 12th fret becomes my virtual nut. So if I wanted to create, let's say, an open E tuning, I would just map that out. Check it. That's good. Save it. Now I'm going to go back to the acoustic guitar. Now I have a Martin D28 and an open E. This comes with all your standard open tunings. So the great thing about this is, for a couple of reasons, is as a gigging guitarist, I can call up all these different sounds at a simple push of a button, which is the Dream Rig, which we'll talk about in a second. And I can create a Telecaster type sound, or a Resonator guitar type sound, or a humbucker guitar, and the guitar never changes. It's always the same scale length, it's the same action. I don't have to reacclimate myself to a different instrument. And I also don't have to drag a million guitars to a gig. I use a lot of open tunings when I gig, when I play slide. And I used to have to bring 5 or 6 guitars to a gig, and there was always had to change the guitars. And now I just flip a switch and I'm in my open tuning, and I'm got an acoustic guitar on. So it's really handy. Also for recording, they're just amazing because I can just sit down and go through the different sounds when I'm tracking on something, and all of a sudden I'll go, oh, that's the sound I'm looking for this particular song, instead of having to rummage around in the studio and go, now where's my tele? Oh, that's right, it's got a broken B string. Do I have any strings? No, I don't. Oh, I'll try to do it with my Strat. Oh, that never sounds the same. On and on. So, one guitar, 25 different models, 11 tunings, one exceptional instrument. It's the James Tyler Variax guitar. Come down to Bananas and check them out. Thanks a lot for listening.